talk about people with good personalities. Our next guest is Cara Maldonado from, I forgot the name of your business.
To Have and to Hold Florals.
As just like you're getting married, To Have and to Hold Florals.
Exactly.
Do you mostly do weddings?
Only do weddings.
Because that name
events.
kind of indicates To Have and to Hold.
Yes, I only do weddings and big events.
And you do flowers and
flowers.
It's more than flowers. Because look at this beautiful piece here.
Yeah, well, this is a centerpiece that I've made for the show, and it is in the color greenery, which is the Pantone color of the year. So it's a lovely color for brides to incorporate in their weddings because, first of all, it's greenery, and greenery is very affordable, more so than blooms, than flower blooms, and it also coordinates with any other color that you want. So if you
goes
did
with
like
almost any color,
yeah,
doesn't
so
it?
if we have like a pop of orange here. If you wanted like a pink or a blue or a yellow, it would work with those colors as well.
Now, flowers are expensive. And the bride, if the bride has flowers, the bridesmaids have flowers, all the grooms and everybody has what do you call the corsage?
Yes, a
These
boutonniere like this.
The table, what do you call centerpiece? Could be a lot more affordable with greenery like this.
Exactly.
And it's absolutely beautiful.
Exactly. Thank you.
Are there succulents in there too?
Yes, there are. We have some succulents. We have ranunculus. We have some snowballs. We have hanging amaryllis.
This looks like grapes or something.
This is seeded eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus.
So we have eucalyptus here and salal or lemon leaf, and and we have some pom-poms. So this is definitely an affordable alternative to wedding flowers. So definitely greenery is very popular. It's trending, and it's a way to save some money on your wedding flowers.
Before we get too far, if somebody wants to talk to you about that, where do they start? Do they go online or they call you, or what's the best way?
Yes, I have a cell phone number that you can connect to me, text me, call me any time, day or night. I really am on my phone all the time, and that phone number is 559-213-4835. I'm also on Facebook, www.facebook.com/to-have-to-hold-florals, and that's an easy way to message me also, and I could give you a quick quote or estimate on Facebook.
I mean, if you're on Facebook, if they send it on Facebook, it pops up on your phone, you can get right back to them.
Yes.
And do most brides, do the bride and groom come, or just the bride to see you?
It's very rare when I get a groom, but sometimes he comes.
That's what we say about this show. The show is watched by brides and brides' moms.
Yeah.
We can't get the grooms to watch.
Yes, sometimes they do appear.
The good grooms do.
Yeah, they do. Or the bride will drag him and want his opinion, and they usually just sit there. I did have in February a groom that was very involved. He picked out the flowers, he picked out the colors, and his bride was like, okay, whatever you want. And it turned out lovely. It was such a pretty event.
She's going to be a good wife.
Yeah.
Most wives are the boss. They're going to pick the flowers.
Yep, exactly.
Now, you brought some pictures.
Yes, I did.
Let's take a look at some of these and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so this is a beautiful arrangement that I did for a photo shoot up in the Yosemite Hills. And we worked with Sky Weddings and Events. And her name is Genesis out there, and she does a great job putting these together. And so I did this bouquet, and we wanted it to be very earthy and bohemian, very full of oranges and corals. Perfect for the summer. Can you go back to the first
picture, Robert? I don't know how this thing works, but very bohemian look.
Yes.
The wedding, the hair, the dress, everything, and the flowers really.
That's also a big trend for this year.
The less formal.
Yeah, very
natural.
Earthy. Yeah, this was the tablescape that we did.
This is the same wedding?
Yes, same. This was a photo shoot.
Is this just for the photo shoot?
Yes.
Okay.
This was for a photo shoot that we did for an event coordinator here in town. And so she had an anklet as well. And that's really unique, but she had flowers on her ankles, and she ran around the forest without shoes on. And it was so pretty. Yeah. This was for a wedding that I did. It's a very rustic outdoors wedding with burlap and
so it's not a real finished look.
Yeah.
It's still finished, but not the classic look.
Yeah. This is
we'll see
more
a lot
of a
more
trendy.
Trending that way these days.
Yeah, this is a more trendy look. And she had this also new modern kind of cascade where you use greenery as the cascade, but it's still a hand-hold bouquet. And that's also a big trend that's popular. In those beautiful blush and lavender colors, that's really popular as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's a centerpiece that we did.
Go to the next photo, Robert. There you go.
There's a centerpiece.
A lot of greenery, just like the ones we saw today.
Exactly. That's a way to save on cost, but it's still beautiful.
And this one?
Yeah, that's another handheld bouquet, very earthy, with tulips and peonies and some coffee berry in there. A lot of different texture. Brides like a lot of texture.
So they contact you on the phone or text or Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
And what's the next
email.
step? Do they come meet with you?
Yeah, so we'll schedule a meeting, and I travel anywhere in the Central Valley.
Or you go to them?
I go to them.
That's the way to do it right there.
I'm out in Visalia, but I am from Fresno, and I've been out in Visalia for 3 years now. But I know Fresno very well, and I'm everywhere. We have weddings up in Yosemite. We have weddings in Bakersfield. I've even been to San Francisco, and I've been to the Central Coast to do weddings. So I travel.
Our station here could be seen anywhere because it's on the World Wide Web, but we do get a lot of viewers in San Francisco. Most of our viewers are in the Fresno area, but we get Merced, Modesto.
Exactly.
But for some reason, we get so many from Visalia, Tulare, Exeter, Farmersville, Ivanhoe, and all the way down to Porterville and Bakersfield.
They're good people out there, and I really love living out there, and I love serving that area. But like I said, I serve everywhere, and my prices are so affordable that usually people out on the coast or the San Francisco could book with me and even save money than florists that they would use out in San Francisco because it's more expensive out there.
They're expensive in San Francisco. Now, what about these things you brought?
Yeah, so this is a bridal bouquet, and it might drip.
That's all right.
And it has kind of a cascade look to it, which is really popular and trendy. We have succulents in the bouquet and the snowballs to match the centerpiece as well. It's also in that beautiful greenery color that is the Pantone color of the year. And it's great for the summer. It's a beautiful color for the summer. It's a beautiful color for the fall. You can incorporate any other color into it that you might
Show the hand grip, too. That's just, it's a work of art in its own.
We have some just satin ribbon, but with some twine and stuff. It would also look great in burlap or lace or anything else. And then I made a little matching boutonniere to match, and it has a ranunculus.
A ranunculus.
And it's green, and it's beautiful, and it matches that style. It would be great for a garden or an outdoor venue, or if you wanted to bring some greenery and outdoors indoors, if you're going to be at the falls in Fresno or any other venue that's indoors.
Different ones may complement different venues. So you know the venues.
Yeah.
You've been doing this a lot, like 20 years, 30 years?
Yeah. Well, I actually went to school out in Texas in high school, and we had a floral design program in high school, and I loved it. So I did that my junior and senior year, and our senior project was actually to do a wedding on your own.
Wow.
So I did a wedding my senior year. I was 18 years old, and it was so much fun. And then I worked in a flower shop this semester after that, and then I kind of let it go, and then became a mom, and stayed at home with the kids, and I thought, you know what, there's something that I could do. There has to be something out there. So I went back to my love of floral design and started my business. I freelanced with a couple floral shops here and there, and I went out to COS. They have a ornamental horticulture program out there. Yes, so I took classes out there with Laurel Thompson and got my footing, and then started my business 6 years ago.
Wow.
So I've been doing this
and
professionally for 6 years.
So you could be a mom and kind of stay at home.
Exactly.
And
yes, I do this out of a studio in my home. So that's another way that I can keep the prices low and affordable to my brides. You would consider it like the cottage industry of the wedding industry.
I wonder how you competed with the big boys, but you don't have the brick and mortar and
yes.
the building and the rent each month and all the people working there. You're able to do it on your own.
Yeah.
Do you grow any of this stuff?
I don't have a green thumb. For some reason, I can deal with it very beautifully when it's picked.
Thing.
Yeah, when it's picked and dying, I can make it beautiful. But when it's growing, I just
don't do that well.
I can't do it.
And you mentioned an email address. What is that?
Yeah, it's the number 2 have and the number 2 hold floral @gmail.com.
I memorized that already. To have and to hold floral with the number 2.
Yes.
To have to hold floral @gmail.com.
@gmail.com.
And what's anything else you want our viewers to know?
I would just like it to come across how passionate I am about my business and how much I love working with weddings. I love being able to see my brides holding my work of art, my creation, and see it in photos like we saw earlier, and then get to be a part of your wedding for the rest of your life.
The rest of your life, yes.
Yeah, and so I take that very seriously, and I want to make sure that I give a premium, beautiful product. I do my best when I am able to do what I do. These arrangements came out of my head and I made them up. I didn't look at other arrangements and try to mimic them. I just do what I do. And when you give me that freedom, then I'm able to create beautiful things.
You made a point about, this is going to be the rest of your life. This one wedding the rest of your life. We make that point over and over. Everybody has a cousin that's a photographer or a cake baker or something, and it's your one wedding. Do it right. Get professionals. And I can see how you could do it cheaper. You seem to have a passion for making it affordable and beautiful both.
Definitely. Definitely do. And I know weddings are so expensive, and flowers are the most stressful part. Flowers are usually 10% of your whole wedding budget. So that's a lot of money. If you're spending $15,000 on a wedding, that's $1,500 on flowers. $50,000 on a wedding, you're spending $5,000. So it can get expensive, but I like to try to stick with budgets and help my brides out.
Give her the budget. Let her work up something for you and see what happens.
Definitely.
Call Kara Maldonado to Having to Hold Wedding. Go to Facebook and type to Having to Hold.
Yeah. You
or
can.
Having to Hold Floral.
Floral.
Type
and you'll find it.
Floral. You know what? If you can't find Kara, call me, and I'll give you her direct number. I know her secret direct number. I'll give that to you.
That
so
would be great.
reach her, call us.
Yes.
And we'll be back with more Central Valley weddings right after this.
Thank you.